And then we looked at, well, who are the leaders? If we want to develop the next pipeline of leaders, who are they? And so we looked around the room. It was very California-centric. And we decided, well, let's go look for those leaders all over the US. And that was the beginning of the nationwide search for the 100 most influential Filipino-American women in the United States. And this was a working award. We decided that this is not just about honoring the accomplishments of Filipino-American women, but really also looking at what they would like to do for the community. So we asked them to femtor a young Filipina so that they can be models and role models of the community. So in 2007, we launched the first search. We were in Washington, D.C. We were not as organized as this evening, as some of you may remember. 2009, we moved to Berkeley and held our celebration there because the city at that time, many of the hotels were under union strike, the hotel strike, and we wanted to support the Filipino women who were, many of them are workers in the hotel industry. And then last year, 2011, we did another search, and we were actually here at the Stanford court. This is the last year that we are going to search for the 100 most influential Filipino women in the United States. Because this is what we said, 2012. We chose 6 years because we thought 10 years is too long. I want to be alive when 2012 comes along. Many of us wanted to do that. And next year, we're going to launch the search for the Filipina Global 100. We're going to reach out to our global sisters. We want to reach out to our sisters in the Middle East, in Europe, in the Philippines, in Asia. They've been wanting to connect with us, but we really wanted to build the foundation of our talented Filipino women in the United States. And I know, Gloria, this is not in your agenda, but there was one person who was in that room in 2006. And I would like to call her up here because she sent me this beautiful email of how that evening, how those 2.5 days impacted her life. If Mayor Myrna Vera is in the room, can you please come forward?
Hey.
In 2006, she was not mayor. She wasn't even thinking of running for office. But she was a commissioner in the Planning Commission.
Okay, thank you, Marilee. Oh, sorry. Hello, powerful Pinays.
Hello.
How are you tonight? I'm Myrna Vera. I'm a council member of the City of Hercules. I was the former mayor last year, 2011. I'll be the future mayor, 2014. So, again, well, I wanted to share my story that I shared to Marilee because in 2006, I reluctantly attended the summit. My sister Lorna actually dragged me there. And at that point, I was a rookie planning commissioner and I wanted to quit because I thought politics was too nasty. I wanted to go back to my safe haven of taking care of my 3 sons and my husband and just having a peaceful life. But at that summit, Marilee Modehar pointed out how we Filipinas in the mainstream visible positions, like my commissioner position, we should take advantage to change the image of Filipino women in the USA by moving on to more visible positions of policymaking bodies. I realized then that what I had been called upon to do was not all about me. I had to think of the bigger picture, which Marilee showed to me, that what I did as a commissioner was important and I could change the perception of Filipinas in a more positive light. So instead of quitting, I moved on to be the planning chair in 2007, 2008. Then 2009, I was awarded, like you, 100 most influential Filipino women. And I was really inspired during the summit of 2009 because, not just because of the speakers, but because I met 2 mayors, the mayor of Davis, Ruth Asmussen, and the mayor of Coma. Is she here, Joanne?
No.
Joanne Del Rosario, and meeting them allowed me to imagine hey, maybe I could be mayor one day too. I didn't realize it would come so quickly because in 2010 I was elected as council. Then in 1 year, I moved up to vice mayor, then to mayor, and now I'm back to council, and I'll be vice mayor next year, so that's how it goes. But, but I was a mayor during one of the most darkest times in the history of Hercules. But one thing I wanted to share was what struck me was Marilee said we have to change the image of Filipinas. And she said that when you Google the word Filipina, what came out were just dating sites. Yeah. And we have to change that. So out of curiosity, 6 years later, I Googled Filipina. And guess what I found? The top 10 results. Number 1, Wikipedia, Filipino people. Number 2, FilipinoCupid.com. Find a loving Filipina girlfriend by using our online Filipina dating site. Number 3, FilipinaMatch.com. Okay, women from the Philippines for marriage, friendship, and pen pal. Number 4, Filipina YouTube. There's nothing like Filipina beauties, so sophisticated and innocent. Number 5, FilipinaList.org. It's a nonprofit organization for Filipinas who are spouse, fiancé, or engaged to non-Filipinos. Number 6, PureFilipina.com, another dating site. Number 7, Filipina Women's Network, finally! And number 8, okay, that's it. Okay, so now 10 points. So I just wanted to point out that 8 of the top 10 results were dating sites, and only 2 were none. So the results showed me that Filipino women were described as beauty, girlfriend, ladies looking for love, romance, pen pals, and all that. But there were no words that I was looking for. Strong, intelligent, ethical, creative, empowered, leader, dynamic, assertive, mentor role, model, inspiration, survivor, and visionary. Clearly, we Filipino women in the USA have much work ahead of us. We are called upon for a purpose in life, whether we're leaders or behind the scenes, in professions of medicine or law, business, in the arts, nonprofits, or in politics. We need to forge on, be the best we can be in our fields and endeavors, and change the perception of the world so that one day, not only will people appreciate us for our beauty, one day, when we Google Filipina, we will be recognized as strong leaders, empowered women, role models and inspiration, intelligent, creative go-getters. Thank you to Marilee and Elena for their inspiration. I wouldn't be where I am now if they didn't show me the bigger picture of why I have to keep on. Thank you, Marilee.
Indeed, we have a lot of work ahead of us. And this is the vision that we created in 2006, Pinay Power 2012. We looked at the femtoring tracks. This actually represents the demographic of Filipino Women's Network. We have members in management circles. This afternoon we had a CEO panel, the highest ranking Filipino women in the corporations, public service, we have entrepreneurs, and we have those who are keep the flame. So I thank you for being with us tonight to celebrate 2012 with us. And we look forward to next year when you will join us again in our worldwide search for the global 100 Filipina. Because really, we only change our image, we only present who we are and what we're about, not just in the US, if we reach out to our sisters globally. So thank you.